Hey, good morning, everybody. Outside markets are a non-factor this morning. Not much going on. Their crude's pretty steady. Everything else financial-wise pretty steady this morning. So nothing there as of now. December corn currently up 2.5, 496 and 3/4. Not back to the highs. You can see yesterday we did what we discussed. The market came down, kind of found support at the 5-day. Again, last night supported at yesterday's low, which is just below the 5-day now, 492 1/4. That will be a very good support level here now. It looks like we did poke out the high yesterday by 1/4 cent, so we got to 499 3/4. Couldn't quite get through. Never really re-challenged that throughout the day. Turned lower, so this looks. You're overbought. You've closed up here, so you don't have a lot of lingering buying power. I would guess we'll re-challenge these highs today, but it's just one of those markets now where you just have to watch and see what the price action is like. Either we're going to jump right up, take this out, start, go up pretty quickly here, and then have a little bit of a blow off. You could start to work into something like this again where you were really volatile at the top here. Or, to me, a more likely scenario might be that you just kind of chop a little bit here while the market's trying to make a decision in the short term. So you're just going to have to watch the price levels here. I mean, if we take out this 499 3/4, I would guess that it's not going to be a failure. I would guess we're going to jump up one more level. Not like yesterday where we did take this high out and then failed. I guess if you take that out again, you're going to move on up. So that's the place to watch on the upside. Downside obviously supports 492 1/2. And if you do take that out, you're probably going to turn into a little bit more of a downtrend here until you can find some support around, maybe even these highs, 485, 486, upper 480, somewhere in that range. But just a little bit overdone, might need a bit of a correction in the short term. Would still guess that would mean that we're going to have a little bit more of a higher move here into the month of May. But it's just trying to find its feet right now. We have a little bit more of an open planting window coming up. It looks like things have gotten off to a decently fast start. I know that there's a lot of pockets though that people don't feel like things have maybe got started as well, and we'll just have to see what the market decides it cares about right now. Soybeans, they're stronger here overnight. Now they've decided to become the leader. November soybeans are up 6 at 11.79. Took out those highs. This was an interesting close yesterday because we took the high out, but we did not close above it. But then they came right in, right around that 5-day last night, and took it up and made a push through those highs. Found support at the 10-day yesterday. This is a decent little swing low now to pay attention to. So if you get below 11.64 1/2, this market's probably going to be taking a little bit of a break, but this looks pretty constructive. It kind of lagged behind corn and wheat as far as buying power here over the last week or so, but now it's trying to move up and get into overbought territory. Volume's been steady. You got a little separation here suggesting lingering upside momentum. So looks pretty good. I mean, we'll look at the weekly here real quick. Yeah, I mean, if you could get a close at this level, like we talked about before, you'd really love to see a close above that 11.84 3/4, and we're at 11.85 1/2 now. If you could do that, chances are you're going to run up and retest those highs. So this looks pretty good today. A lot better than it has been as far as being a lagging market to the other two here for a while. Let's jump and take a look at KC wheat again real quick. This market is trying to find some support at the 5-day. We're currently down 2.5 at 703 1/4. This doesn't look great in the short term. I think that again, it's still got good, solid, crop concern fundamentals here in the short term here, but we've had a big move, kind of a blow off top there, coming down, trying to find support here. But you get below this $7.25 here, you're going to jump down pretty quick and probably try to come back down towards this trend line. Like I said yesterday, 680, low 680, somewhere in there. This doesn't look good. You got some separation here. You got overbought. So just short term, one of those markets that could take a decent break, and it would make a lot of sense. So just have to watch price action. Again, support's going to be that $7.25. But if you're not quite where you want to be with this, I know this is a really tough situation for a lot of people because they just don't have anything. So I get it, but I do think price-wise, this is looking for a break in the short term. And you just got to worry about, you know, have they priced some of this stuff in? Is there going to be harvest pressure? I would guess we're still going to have some support in this market even once we come down. I would assume we're going to have another leg up, but we're getting later in the year now. So got to just worry about what that's going to look like as you move into May and June. So, all right, everybody have a great day. We'll just have to watch the price action here in the short term. Corn and wheat look like they maybe are topping a little bit for the short term for a little bit of a setback. Beans look solid for another little move higher. We'll see which one wins the battle. All right, everybody have a great day.